With Destiny being such a unique style of game, there has been a lot of focus on creative accessories.
We are joined today by Geeks First, a unique vendor for custom game accessories. We will take a look at what they have to offer and how you can incorporate it into your Destiny game.
And if that wasn't enough, we'll kick off the show talking to Michael from Armada Games and what they have to offer the Destiny world.
This is episode 83, The Game of Accessories.
You have been well trained.
No. You don't have to carry a sword to be powerful.
I won't fail you.
Oh, do not.
I'm not afraid.
There is no try.
Hey, Michael, how's it going?
It is our first time.
I'm having a fantastic night tonight.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us real quick. We just definitely wanted to bring you on. Thank you for your support of the Chance Cube, and just let our viewers know what who you are, where you're from, and why you're here.
Well, Armada Games and the Chance Cube are partnering up. So what we're doing, first off, the Armada Games is a local game store in Tampa, Florida, and we do run events for Destiny, X-Wing, and a slew of other games. Thank you. Brought up our web store. On our web store, we do have all the Destiny product as well as Destiny singles, and we are going to be partnering with the Chance Cube for a coupon code that will take an additional 5% off of any prices that are listed when you bring up Destiny for singles and sealed product. And a portion of all those sales are going to go directly back to the Chance Cube so that they can continue bringing you the coverages, the podcasts, and everything like this that they do on a weekly and monthly basis.
We're super excited about this partnership with Armada. They have an amazing assortment of accessories, Star Wars Destiny products. You can see their single prices listed on our card price watch, and unfortunately their store name starts with an A, so they're first up.
That is nice. One of the benefits to having an A at the beginning of the name.
That's true. So really super excited about that. They got some really cool tokens. You've probably seen their tokens at your local game store. I know usually there's at least a couple players in every play group that's got some great looking Armada tokens. So definitely check them out. And what is that coupon code?
The coupon code is easy enough. The Chance Cube, no spaces, and capitalization is irrelevant. So
excellent.
Cool.
So you can head over to our website. That we've got their ad running on our sidebar on the website, and of course, any support you can give to them comes back to us, which really helps us continue this mission, bringing you the best live Destiny coverage around the world as possible.
So, just as an FYI, we do have free shipping on all orders over $75, which does include, of course, any booster boxes. And using the Chance Cube coupon code actually brings the price below any other competitor that we have seen, because we do include free shipping in our box prices.
I was checking that out last night, you guys. They're already running a great deal to pre-order booster boxes. So
excellent.
Get in on that.
And I really like these Boba Fett shield tokens. Aren't
those cool?
Yeah, I got them up on the screen right now. They're really, really nice.
A big fan of those.
Those are sharp.
We got some other ones coming, but nothing currently available. Nothing else currently available.
Excellent. So we're looking forward to a nice long partnership with Armada, and hopefully even more fun stuff from them in partnership with the Chance Cube that we'll be able to talk about as we know what we're doing.
Anybody can find our web store at shoparmada.com. If you happen to be near or in Tampa, even if you're just visiting, please stop by. We do run Destiny tournaments on Tuesday nights and events for other games every night of the week. So
excellent.
Very, very full calendar.
So if I have to miss the show some Tuesday night, I know where I'm going to be.
Or you come over, play a couple games, and our internet's real good, so you'd probably be able to broadcast from here.
Ooh.
That's intriguing. Fun.
Oh man.
Jason's gonna road trip.
I like it. I'm excited now. Yeah. All right.
You're the closest one that came. For Mike and I, it's a really long road trip. But someday.
For me, it's like we do it at least once a month, so it's pretty easy. That's
cool.
Excellent. I'm so excited about this. Well, thanks, Michael, for joining us. Anything else about Armada you want to know before we move on?
Not at this time. Just thank you guys for joining up, and hopefully
we're excited, man.
There for quite a while.
Excellent. This should be a lot of fun. So, thanks, Michael. Again, have a good evening. We'll be chatting real soon.
Awesome. Have a good night.
Thanks, man.
With the quickness.
I'm telling you that, like,
that was pretty smooth.
I actually was on Armada site just last night, and they're running that pre-order for booster boxes at 85, 87, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can still get 5% off and free shipping. That's pretty awesome.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Well, check them out. Newest partners in crime here at the Chance Cube. But here we are. Let's talk Star Wars Destiny, because that's what we do best. Or at least that's what we do. I don't know if we do it best. That's what we do.
We're on fire tonight.
Pew, pew. Yeah, so how's Destiny been treating you two?
It has been good. Boba Seven's sister has been treating me really good. I've been playing a ton of that. It's so reminiscent for me for that Jango Veers deck. It's just
really
hitting with a bit of control in there, and it works. It does a lot of damage, and I have fun playing it. There's some decision making. It's an easy deck to play, but there is a lot of nuance that you can find within the deck. So it's fun. And
here, distract the mic. I done broke my camera.
I got like a lot of packs.
It's raining packs at Mike's house.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got. I was able to grab about a box and a half. So,
ooh,
yeah, I got some packs to open tonight, and we are gonna for our card section tonight. We're gonna open a pack.
Uh-oh.
We'll open this one right here.
I like it.
I just found it on the ground.
Could there be a legendary in there? Could there be something magical?
I got pretty good luck, so it could be something good.
I'm excited. That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, Jason?
No, Jason. It's okay.
No, I've spent after last week's show, I built my own personal gauntlet, since I'm trying not to play too badly when I head up to Worlds. I'd like to win a couple of games. My record last year was 2-4, so I'd like to go 3-3 this year.
There you go.
Nice.
If I go 4-2, then I make it into the next day, which would be even cooler.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 5 decks here. This was pre-Holocron decks, so I think most of them are still viable. Playing them and then playing my deck against them, getting some good reps in with my wife, and heading up to a local store hopefully on Thursday night to get some more play testing in. But so looking forward to that. Trying to make plans to head up to Worlds, crashing with the Canto Bight Players Club crew. Nice. And watching them play test and hopefully learning from osmosis through their play testing, while I'm sitting there editing a podcast every night for hours on end. Hours. We're
professionals, sir.
That's right. Speaking of professionals, Kim, how's your Destiny gaming?
Oh no. Actually, I've spent most of my time this week hanging out in some of the chat groups, the Facebook groups and stuff like that, just kind of listening to the chatter and the feedback from the Holocron. I did not have an opportunity to play. We've had a sick puppy dog at our house, so that's taken a lot of our attention. She's old. We have no children. We love her like she's our baby, so, you know. So, but she's 15, so she's being stubborn and a grumpy old lady. So Jim and I talked, we may try to get some reps in this week, because I don't want to go to Worlds and not be able to win anything against anybody, because I'm not playing, but if somebody wants to go, hey, I don't want to look like a total dweeb. So
gotta hold it down for the Chance Cube.
I know, right. Because Nova, I didn't show so good. One challenge the Chance Cube. I'll challenge Kim. I'm gonna get a pack. So I gotta have a little bit better representation before that happens. So
it's all good. It'll be super fun. I'm excited.
If anyone wonders, you can't see it. I'm drinking cheer wine from the great state of, I don't know, one of the Carolinas. Sorry.
Oh no, it's yes. It is a hometown drink for me.
I was gonna say this is really hard to get in Ohio, and I was so excited when Jim brought some home, and I had a nice cold bottle. So it's not a beers, but it's a cheer wine.
Excellent. Well, it has been a very interesting and exciting week for Destiny. Worlds has been on top of players' minds, but something else happened this week. So let's jump into the news and talk a little about the update that we had.
Let's do it.
Let me take that back, huh? You'll find what you need.
So there was a new holocron.
There was.
In typical FFG fashion, they drop it after we record a show.
Right after.
That's true. They did drop it right after we recorded, but it was interesting. There was a lot of ramp up. Last week we talked about the rumor, or not rumor, that we had talked about the news that it was coming, and then they said it would be coming later, and then everybody's like, oh my god, Worlds is coming up, so now it's going to be soon.
There was some of that.
So, disaster and catastrophe, and the world's coming to an end. Well,
dogs and cats living together. Sorry.
And
so God, I'm so much older than you two. Okay, go.
Given the reaction that the community had, it seemed like this was a very welcome change. There were only two things that happened in the Holocron update, and there's two erratas. For those who get only their Destiny news from the show, thank you, and shame on you.
At the same time.
But the first of which was Maul's lightsaber. So they've decided that Maul's lightsaber is a little bit too powerful. Totally get it. Maul's saber has a power action that lets you roll it into the pool as long as there are no shields in your opponent's characters, which is pretty common, and it's one of the cruxes of both the OTK deck and the Boba Seven Sister deck. Really kind of leverage this power. They've changed it so that Maul's saber only plays on a blue character, and you have to pay 1 resource to use its power action. So weakens it slightly without totally making it useless.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's extremely fair. I don't think it's really going to weaken it that much. I think you'll still see it played a ton. I think you'd just be a little more cautious with your resources. That's about it.
For sure. Yeah,
but then it just keeps it from being completely overpowerful. I mean, I think it dials it back just enough.
Yeah, and that's what both these erratas were. They're very, very soft touches. I think running interference got a little bit more of an you play it just like normal, but when you instead of exhausting it, it just disappears. It goes into the same place hyperspace jump goes into nowhere.
Nowhere.
I don't know that everybody would agree, but I didn't see a lot of people disagreeing with that. I think that was the right move with that card.
I think it follows the meta shift in a way, right? Because a lot of people shifting because it was kind of just mean. And it did create those, as they say, NPEs, those non-negative player experiences. So people were shifting away from it just the same way a lot of people started shifting away from Pomaz, started shifting away from Nines, until you got to the big event when all those decks came out again. There were 17 of them at the top table. So this is going to prevent that from happening. And it'll, in a way, it's probably going to prevent a lot of these yellow decks from continuing on to being so terribly strong, because you can't, double running interference every turn.
Right.
Over in the chat, Spice Maestro says he doesn't think we'll ever see running interference again, which is possible. Sometimes when the cards get errata, we don't use them. I mean, how long has it been since Hyperspace Jump got errated, and we're now just seeing it come back into playability? So it's interesting to see that, running interference now is just going to buy you one action save, not, once every turn.
And I can deal with that.
I still see it getting played. It's going to be a 2-of, so you'll see that trick done twice. But you're not going to see those devastating loops that create the MPs, like Jason said. And the first time I played against that card and it was played against me, that's really how I felt when it was discarded. It should have went to the side. And I think I even said that, like, are you sure it doesn't get set aside? It goes into your discard. And they said, yeah, it goes into your discard for sure. That's the reason it's so viable. And they had just explained to me why the card's broken in that instance.
Right.
So
exactly.
I understand why it's been reworded and holocroned out, and I think it's a good fix.
For sure.
I'm looking right now. I swear there was something else that somebody had said popped up in the rules reference but I saw that while I may have been looking online instead of working, so I didn't write it down.
No, there were a couple of tweaks in the rules reference, but nothing.
I have it pulled up right now, but I'm not seeing anything that's like it's not ringing a bell. It was something small, but
yeah.
AG Wizard had a good comment that they could have maybe just made it unique and left the card as is, so it's just a one of. Might have made a big difference.
Yeah,
it would have been less looping because you might not ever even see that card, or you would end up digging for it, and against a mill deck you would be prevented against doing that. So
yeah, because the problem before was having 2 RIs would lock you out of your entire turn because your 2 most important things to kind of save you in whatever instance were gone, both control and rolling your dice in. And that's usually how it was used with Sabine's ability to take multiple actions. So it is what it is. It's gone. It's not affecting like your top decks right now here of hero vehicles. Not affected by this. OTK not affected as much. Maybe it's going to do only 28 damage instead of 32 damage. Everything else. I mean, even Obi Maz and some of those other decks. I'm so blanking. Even Boba Seven's Sister. Like, these are decks that maybe just got balanced out a little bit. It'll be interesting going into Worlds because now we don't have the major coverage over regionals, and the galactic qualifiers aren't always the benchmark that we need for the meta. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. So it'll be interesting to see with so little coverage over the next 3 weeks what ends up running to the top of the pack. Well, there's that.
We shall see.
So if you were hoping to get a ticket for Worlds today, the last of the seats were made available and were quickly.
Sure, they were in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
From what I saw. 1
second later, they were gone. So
I saw someone post a timestamp like that. It was like I logged in and I refreshed and they were gone.
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
I don't know how many there were either. I think the Destiny ticket is valuable. Some people try to get in under another game. And I wonder if those people are going to be playing side events all week for Destiny. Anyways, so all those last chance tickets are gone. Last but not least, as we talked about Worlds, we are in the last 5 days of our Kickstarter, and we're over 50% funded at the moment.
Over 50.
Trying to make a big push to get this to happen. The Kickstarter is what's going to help fund any live streams that we can do of games at the World Championship. It's also going to help fund the venue costs for the Chance Cube Open. So if you're there on Tuesday night, you've got a place to play. You got people to play with. And we'll have a very casual tournament with some great sealed prizes. We'll have plenty of packs and boxes and maybe some Chance Cube tokens and some other things to give away and win. So just check that out. We've got 19 backers. And honestly, if everyone who listened to the show gave $1,
we'd be set.
We'd be set. And then some. It'd be amazing. But we have plenty of plans for Worlds as long as this is funded, and it'll be great to have quite a contingent go up and represent. So we really appreciate any help you can provide, and head over to thechancecube.com/TCC at Worlds 2018, or we will post a link to that in our show notes. So 5 days from today. So it ends
guys.
Monday, April 15th, 16th. Monday, April 16th.
17th?
Sunday, April 16th. I don't know.
April 16th. It's April 16th.
Someday.
That's a Monday.
You know, guys, one of the that sultry voice you're hearing of Michael Hill, one of the rewards you can get is for him to record like your voicemail message. I mean, how flippin' amazing. I think I want to do it just to throw people off. Like, I think I'm gonna
Force lightning sound effects. We might get some. We don't know.
Oh, you could do the Emperor Palpatine lightning round thing that it's all echoey and amazing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get crazy with it. So if you need a new voicemail message, I got your back.
I love it. So I'm really excited about this because we're gonna do a little different way. I'm not even sure what we're talking about. So let's roll the transition and open a pack.
Ooh.
Hello, what have we here?
All right, folks. I hope it's something good. I hope
I'd like to talk about something good.
It's gonna be. I'm terrible at this.
4 battlefields, and
that would be amazing. I would be surprised. All right, let's see.
It's Legacies, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, Legacies.
Okay.
All right. Color dice.
Ooh.
Blue dice.
Uh-oh.
My favorite color. It's something good. We can. I don't know.
Aren't they all?
No, they're not. All right. So we got a dark scheme. We got to light them up. We got an ice storm.
Ooh, I like that card.
We got a defensive teachings. You know, I do always have good luck.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. So
I don't have one of those yet.
I think we should talk about Kylo Ren the Starfighter.
Go for it. Read it out for us.
So
yeah, because I don't have one.
Oh. All right. Sorry. Okay, this is Kylo Ren Starfighter. This is unique. It is a 2-cost support vehicle. The dice sides are 1 range, 2 range, 1 shield, a special, and a blank. And the Kylo Ren Starfighter special is choose a color, then reveal an opponent's hand and deal indirect damage equal to the number of cards in their hand that matches the chosen color.
Man, that pairs nicely with 2-player Kylo. I'm just saying.
Anything really where you are looking at their hand or you are getting some sort of hand knowledge, this is a great card.
Yep.
That's
really
exciting.
Cool. And the art is really cool, too.
That is a cool one. I do like the art on that card a lot.
I think, hero or villain vehicles has not really been a thing. I've seen recently there's been some play with, Sienna Ree and General Hux. But you need a blue character to make Kylo Ren Starfighter work. And I haven't seen a hero or a villain vehicle deck that spiffs sort of blue characters. I think it's possible. I mean, how many resources you said? 2? 3?
2 only. It's
it's cheap. It's a cheap vehicle.
Yeah.
And it's got 2 specials. And
which is nice.
So you're looking at 4 damage sides. And at minimum, you're usually going to hit at least 1. So you're looking at a 1 ranged, 1 indirect, 2 range, and a shield. At the least, on its worst day. So I think it needs to see more play, but we need to see a villain vehicle that is viable.
Yeah, and I'm a weird player, and I'll lead with that, but. To me, and maybe like even when I had a deck, to put a support like that down, that's 1 extra die that you can get out that's going to roll damage. So even if you're not playing a vehicle deck, and I feel like there's room for it in a lot of different decks if you are willing to make that sort of trade-off. So, I know it slows it down a little bit and things like that, but and that's just how I'm comfortable playing. And again, like that's not like everybody else. But
so here's a card. This is in the same pack, Dark Scheme. This is a villain card, 1 resource event, and it reads: look at the top 5 cards of an opponent's deck, discard 1 of them, and place the rest on the top of their deck in the order of your choice. So you play this like the turn before, and then you're basically you're just counting cards, waiting for them to draw up. And then as soon as you get the chance, you resolve that Kylo special. And you'll stack the 3 blues on top or whatever. So you're trying to get the most bang for your buck. So it does. It takes a little bit of work to get it to work. But, I mean, again, they're 2 very cheap cards. 2 resources to get the vehicle
with
out.
the cost.
Yeah, and one for a Dark Scheme. And you can play that as a 2 of. So, I like that card a lot.
Very cool.
I agree. That was a good poll, man.
That worked good.
I'm excited. Yeah.
I think that's how we might. How we do the card dissection from now on.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It's
a surprise for everybody.
That's a surprise. Like this entire show, it's a surprise for me.
And we can see how often I pull legendaries.
Ooh.
I know. We should keep like a thing.
Tally.
All right. Let's breeze on through and head over to our giveaway.
All right.
Look, I need this for your
revolution, and I'm not in it for you, princess. I expect to be well paid. I'm in it for the money.
All right, Kim, let's give something away.
Let's give some stuff away. So last week, we asked you, with Worlds now a month away, really? Oh, yeah. Ooh, man, it's even closer. What's your prediction for the winning deck? Now, in full disclosure, we did ask this question before the Holocron update came out. But the winner's going to get 2 of those really cool promo isolations. Those from, so cool. Was that the Q1? Is that what that was?
Q4.
I feel like we need to name the AT. I'm just saying.
George?
No. I think you should paint it.
Maybe Jim would paint it for me.
Yeah.
Name him George Lucas Chance Cube. Hang on, he's struggling here.
Jorge Lucas.
Jorge Lucas.
So we don't get like.
All right.
Oh, Rex is good. I like Rex.
Rex is good. Take that. He's a little collar. Come on, I call. Unlike my actual dogs. Little doggy collar with says Rex.
Hey, while we're pulling that out, let me give a quick shout out to Game Castle, my FLGS. They gave me this sweet mug to drink.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. They're cool guys.
Step up your game, Epic. Actually, I have beer mugs downstairs with my FLGS on it, so I guess that's... All right. Ooh, short ace this week. All right. James had quite a prediction. So, our winner this week is James Glenn, who predicted that the winning deck at Worlds will be won with 30 cards and some dice.
That is the shortest answer I've heard yet.
He's not wrong.
Awesome. He's not wrong.
He is the most right answer in there.
I know. Hang on. I'll get a few other, see what some other folks were saying.
Winner,
Sabine Yoda. Britt Crow said Sabine Yoda. Oh, Luis Vasquez said Kylo 2, of course. Maybe with Anakin, Greedo, Talzin, or 3 characters. So there was a lot of great predictions out there. And most of them were not all the other decks. You know what I mean? Like the decks we're seeing at the top of the meta right now, which is pretty cool. So, sorry we threw that one at you and then a Holocron came out. So that might have skewed some of your answers.
That's what we do.
Yeah, it's how it goes.
So what was the winner's name again?
The winner, hang on, was James Glenn.
All right, James, shoot us a message on our Facebook page and we'll send you these isolations if you want them.
Yeah.
I got lots of them. Cool. This week, it's another question. It's another week and another question. Yeah, I say that. I've said that 50 times now, and I just screwed it up.
83. No, maybe not, because you haven't done
What is in theme of this episode, what is your favorite go-to Star Wars Destiny accessory? And thanks to our guest that we're going to have on in a minute, Geeks First, we've got an unassembled Destiny deck box thing.
I don't know how to more of their products, but they have a tutorial video on their website, so don't fear that if Jason couldn't figure this out, that you'll be able to. It'll be fine.
I'm going to put the other one together. I'm going to figure it out. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, but they do have, and kudos to them because they have a tutorial video to help you put these together whenever you get them. But they have stellar products, and we'll talk about that more in a little bit. But I've seen them at various shows and stuff, and they've got some cool stuff.
All right,
so that is a good deck box to win, kids.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to take a very quick break. We're going to bring our friends on from Geeks First.
We'll be right back.
But you know what I always say, speak softly and drive a big tank.
Well, we're super excited as we sit here and talk some accessories to be joined by Jacob from Geeks First, who make quite a plethora of custom gaming accessories, deck boxes, dice towers, other things, lots of things. So Jacob, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and turn the lights on here so that I can get out of my little, custom fabrication network here. So
I dig it. It's the coolest thing.
I love it. That's great.
Well, definitely, it's a pleasure to be on your guys' podcast and show. So thanks for letting me here. Again, I'm Jacob. I'm with Geeks First. And you are correct. We got all sorts of cool, nifty things that we can walk you through. So where would you like to begin?
Well, you sent us some goodies, so I want to show.
Jason has my most favorite thing. Like, I saw this locally, a guy have it, and I'm like, that's when I started emailing you, like, hey, you guys have some really cool stuff.
Absolutely.
This is the best little dice tower I've ever seen for Destiny. It rolls out into the playing field. It is compact, so it's easy to put in a bag. I love this thing. He's got toys. He's got more toys.
He's showing us stuff.
Show it away.
Basically, this is the same dice tower that you have in front of you, and it is called our miniature dice tower or modulus dice tower. It actually works with a array of other items we sell called the modulus box system, but it is also designed specifically for Destiny so that the dice, as you can see being rolled through there, will fit. And there is a tray to prevent them from scattering across the entirety of the area that you play on, because obviously that's important. And then the part that I don't have here with me that he has there is the part that allows you to lock this in place and put the lid on, which would then encase the dice in here if you choose to store your dice tower itself.
Is that not amazing?
And if this is too rinky-dink for you, I think that's too small, we have the medium dice tower, which is over there. That way. And then we have the Dungeon Master 9000, which is about 4 times the size.
I love it.
How many dice can you put through the small one at a time?
We've clocked it at about 4 to 6 on the Destiny before you get pretty crazy. But, if you need to go big or go home, you always have this one here for your 40k Tyranid War Machine players.
Yeah.
There you go.
I love it.
You show up to the tournament, thunk.
I'm going to roll my orc dice in there.
We also
I love the sound of a good dice tray.
We need a silence version of this for a lot of podcasters, actually. We just got done doing with one with Scott gaming with Scott, I believe. He was at HoosierCon here in Indy. We made a custom silence version that he can use on his podcast. So.
Ooh,
oh, that's cool. I'm bummed I didn't get to go to HoosierCon. It's not that far from me.
It's a great event.
Maybe next year. Jason will cut me loose.
So what other products do you have for Destiny? Can you show us a couple other ones?
Sure. So right in front of me here, luckily on my magic off-camera hand, I have this beautiful box. It looked like too terribly much when you first looked at it. But this is a tournament box. It was designed to hold 2 full 30-card decks with your, I'm going to call them the word commanders is the word, but I guess I'm so used to playing Legion and stuff now, but your individuals that are going to be, I don't even know what the right term is. Wow, it's been a while since I played Destiny, but your character cards. You have a little doggy door in the middle here that allows you to store all of your tokens. So this
that's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Tokens will kind of fall out, and that.
And I love that you called it a doggy door.
Yeah, then you go ahead and you can close your little doggy door like that, and then put your little top on your lid. Drop your tokens back in place here. Boop.
Nice.
Good.
Oh, that's pretty
but
sweet.
because that's not everything, we have the ability to roll these open on the side, and all your associated dice for your deck are stored so that you can, tip this out one way or the other. So in here I have my 4 Stormtrooper deck, and then on the other side here I have my Vader.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm old school. Yeah, that's right. And then
that's such a cool.
That's awesome. What's the logo on top there?
This is a custom Cthulhu artwork that we've commissioned from an artist, and I've put it on almost everything we have just as a demonstration. So hold on 1 second here.
All right. I love Cthulhu stuff.
Right? It's such. There you go. Wow.
Obsession. This would hold. This is for a Pathfinder adventure card game, but it will hold all sorts of cool stuff.
That would fit my whole Dominion collection.
Then you wouldn't have to chase it every time you open the box, right?
How many Dominion sets do you think you could fit in that box?
Well, actually, that's not the Dominion box, but I just got one developed that is exclusively for Dominion, Cthulhu Wars.
Mike's eyes right now are fantastic, you guys.
It's modular, so it hasn't yet hit stores, but it is literally the epitome of an engineering marvel.
I love it.
Literally the word all, and I can say that, of Dominion in one box. And if you want into the store, the thing, I'll go grab it. It's sitting out in the front.
And let's just say for people who don't know, Dominion has a ton more cards than Destiny does. Just to say.
Or more if I last counted.
Yeah.
So another item we have in front of us here, this is our standard base box, which is what that dice tower would drop into. And just to show you the versatility of the system for those players who, collect all sorts of things like myself, you can store a large amount of Destiny dice and cards.
That's a lot of dice.
Wow.
Yeah, this is about 7 or 8 original boxes. I really haven't bought too much of the newer stuff yet, but
wow.
I definitely have.
Jason, you'd have to get a few of those, buddy.
Thanks. That's a running joke on the show that I buy too much.
The jokes just don't stop.
Oh, Lord.
Too big for you. We also have this, which is what we've coined our Commander deck. This is actually designed for Magic the Gathering Commander players. You're familiar with that, but there is what we call Da Vinci lock on the bottom. So you can hear me rolling this around. You unlock that, it comes out. On the inside here, we designed it to specifically work for Magic and Destiny. So this is 4 dice deep, 3 wide. That's 12 across. You can hold your deck, sideboard, and your front here has a slot where your character card, or in this case, have a Magic Destiny card in it. And because these cards get expensive, you got to protect that. So when it's at home on a shelf, you can have 10, 20 of these sitting there. And you can say, "Okay, I want to play this deck." When you
That's pretty cool.
Flip it around, lock it in place. And now you've protected your asset, so your $200-300 card or your whatever your deck identifier is in this case, for more specifically in Destiny Land, that protects your card, so you don't have to worry about it.
That's slick.
That is pretty amazing.
See, I hadn't even seen that when I was perusing your website. That's pretty slick.
Yeah, so admission time is I am definitely falling behind on getting the cool products rolled out on the website, so I am currently working with some individuals to revamp that
cool.
Because these items are there and they're easy to find, but most of it is either at stores, like my local friendly game stores that I sell through here in Indianapolis. There's 4 or 5 of them here. You can get us on, if you want to send us a message, and I am working actively to get that website up to date, but yeah. So.
Now, do you guys set up at shows too, at conventions? I swear I've seen you.
Last year we were at Origins, which is
that's where I saw you.
We also were at PopCon, which was here in central Indiana, and mind you, a really awesome show, one that I actually do videography for.
Cool.
And then we were at HoosierCon last year and this year, and we have plans to attempt to try to get into Gen Con if we can, but there's obviously a long waiting list on that, so we're still trying every avenue we can.
And did I read somewhere that you've got a couple, I don't want to say simpler, but smaller boxes that fit within the standard FFG box Absolutely. That goes out there that everybody and their mother gets at some point?
Absolutely. That one box that we had there when I showed you, the one that had all my Destiny dice in it, that is actually the box with our standalone lid. So this would drop into a standard Fantasy Flight board game box. And if I can do this one-handed without dropping things here. That is the inside dimensions of a Fantasy Flight board game box, and all of our inserts drop into here. So, as a whiz-bang cool demonstration, if I can pull this off, roll my dice back, this slots into our system, and as you can see, the dice tower just neatly fits inside, all engineered to work together mathematically.
That's too trick. That is too cool.
Man.
That's a whiz-bang right there.
Oh, yeah.
It is. See, guys, I told you guys. All because I fell in love with this little tiny dice tower.
Wow.
Considering that I'm probably going to take a deck to work that has 2, I'm totally digging this dice tower.
It's so much fun.
I know you guys are the Destiny Network, but just some other fun stuff is I know that one of the gentlemen on there, bottom right-hand corner, mentioned Legion, which I see in the back behind him. And just a little bit of forewarning. I don't know if you know what this might indicate, but we are going down the terrain road, and it's some cool stuff.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
There's a company that
you're going to take all my money at Origins, Jacob.
Yeah, this is that unit tray that we've developed. Actually, this is the next big thing I'm getting up on the website. I need to get this public.
That's cool.
Really fast because this game is blowing up like crazy.
Yeah,
so,
it is. Wow.
I love
the only other people I know doing this is UK people. So you are you're doing.
I'm trying to corner the U.S. market if I can. Board game accessories, card game accessories are awesome, but tabletop terrain, those people have some very unique ideas, and I just want to be able to empower them to do that. And honestly, I kind of wish Destiny had some cool terrain stuff. So I'm thinking about finding a way to make a cool dice tower with some sort of Star Warsy type thing, and I'm still working out the details on that. So.
Very cool. What got you into making the board gaming accessories?
Yeah.
So my path is very interesting. So just a quick little blurb on myself. I'm now 30, and I graduated with 2 degrees from Purdue University, one in IT and one in IT security. And I get bored real easy. So for me, it was one of those things where I was so into the makerspace concepts, if you're familiar with that. I got in touch with a guy who had a laser, And then I learned how to play with that. Started a couple of things with some buddies. They had a Kickstarter. I started making some secondary products that had nothing to do with gaming. Actually, they were camera box accessories that went to a camera. And then from there, that just kind of went into I can do this better, and I can do all sorts of cool stuff because I have innovative ideas. And we just kind of went down the path of, I like gaming, I like cards, I'm into miniatures. I might as well make something geeky and cool. And then that kind of led into this. And it's just been growing ever since. And it's fantastic. We actually founded the company on 5/4, if you're familiar with what that day is.
I think
Never heard of it.
I think most of us are. Hopefully.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So you've got an anniversary coming up. How long have you guys been? How long have you been doing it?
This will be 2 years officially. This May will be how long that I have been legally in business as far as
cool.
We've been doing it just a little bit longer than that prior. So, 2-year anniversary is fantastic. So I'm hoping to keep this strong, growing. And
that's awesome, man.
Yep.
Well, I'm stoked. I knew that I had seen you at a convention, so I'm stoked that I'll get to see you at Origins. So it's like 45 minutes from my house. So it's super easy to get to.
Sadly, I was not able to get back into Origins. I had a family wedding I have to attend, so I will be. That being said, I will be there as a attendee for 2 of the days.
Cool.
The wedding I'm going to is actually in the far Cleveland area, so I won't be stopping, but I'm going to go through and then go up. So
nice.
I've already talked to them, and I'm starting to get my arrangements for next year already lined up.
Nice.
So I'm actually getting some information back on whether or not I can purchase some stuff for ads there to be able to kind of still have a presence. So. Those are things coming down the pipeline, and
that's awesome, man. I'll still keep an eye out for you because I'll probably be there Thursday through Sunday. So
text me, we can meet up and say hi.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Bring one of these Legion trays for you guys, and you can.
Oh, they're so cool.
Yeah, basically today my airbrush came in and some more Rebel stuff. So as soon as I get off here, I will be base layering and airbrushing.
One fun fact, by the way, you may have not known is that if you buy 2 base boxes, do you know that that's an economically better value to get than buying the Stormtroopers, the ATRTs, and the speeder bikes separately? Except there's only one weird thing that I'm not sure if it's going to work better. You don't get the grappling hooks, and you don't get the grenade, because you don't buy that as a kit. So those are the only 2 cards that are missing when you go that route. So I'll find out if I need those in tournaments. But other than that, I got more than enough I need. So.
Nice.
Or you can just proxy. You can always just proxy the cards.
I really hope my husband's not listening at this point, because he also I'm surprised he's not painting it yet. But yeah, Legions is in my house as well.
If your husband is listening right now, then that's why your stream is delayed.
That's true. We only have a little bit of internet to go around here at the Breeze Resistance, and I'm hogging it all.
Well, back with Destiny, I mean, I kind of got into the game right when it first started, and that was one of the ideas, because we were making boxes at the time. I said, look, this is silly. There's nothing on the market that had it now. Of course, there's other companies like Battle Foam and stuff you can get it through, and those are awesome. I do like that, but mini dice are tanks. I mean, they don't need to be treated like like miniatures. They can be tossed. Mm-hmm. And I've actually tried scratching the top of one of these things and seeing where the stuff would come off, and it's really hard to make them actually look bad. So
yeah, that's funny you say that. I can't take the time to put every dice in the foam. I like to just throw them in my deck box and throw it in my bag and get on. I don't have the time to put each little die in there. Somebody likes to put all their dice in foam over here.
That must be, say, suddenly Jason just left the room.
This is a good tangent, actually. So everybody has their own preference on how to store their stuff. The whole reason the modular or modulus box system came about is because of that same fact. I don't want to store my stuff the same way you want to store yours, and because of that, our system is completely modular. There's other competitors that are in the market that once you buy it, it's glued together and it's in this particular form. You have your thing here, your widget here, and you're stuck with it. And your sprocket down here. But if I want to put my sprocket up here, well, I got to basically rip it apart. So our idea was to create something as modular as possible. And as you see there, that tower has louvers on the inside as well to basically help make it a little bit more random for the dice. So not only do we have louvers, but we have bars in there. So the mixture of those give for a little bit more randomization based on testing and data sheets that we rolled. What was it? Over 1,000 dice that we started playing with to do some statistics on it. So
very cool. Yeah, the products are great. We can't hear you, Jason.
It rolled a blank.
Are those my dice? Are those my dice? Because honestly, that was the whole thing. I went, okay, if I touch the die, if I roll them out, it's blanks. I keep thinking that this dice tower may be the answer for me.
Grenade. Blank.
There you go.
Nice.
I roll resources in my grenades all the time. That's how I usually roll them.
Love it. That's great. Yeah, your stuff's so cool. I love the ingenuity behind it. I mean,
and that's what sets us apart from a lot of the other vendors in the market is we put a lot of engineering passion into this. So we take a lot of the technical degrees that we have and we apply that science, the fundamentals of how it functions to making something that's not only functional and practical, but is fairly sound from an engineering standpoint. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Soon I'm getting into some other various components and parts and procedures that will require multi-machining, and that'll be really neat to see that coming up. So without giving away too much there,
that's cool.
We're not going direct competitor with some of the big names in the market because we want to leave them alone there and have a good market segment, but I have a very secondary market that I'm going for that I think will have a very high curve appeal to geeky, nerdy people who like just very unique items. So that's one of the things.
That's awesome, man. I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see what comes up. So we have a surprise for you. We haven't done this in a little while. We are going to run you through the Emperor Palpatine lightning round.
Oh.
Are you familiar with the Palpatine lightning round?
No, I am not.
So I ask you a question. You give me the first answer that comes to mind, and and it's going to be all Star Wars. Well, mostly Star Wars and game related.
Fair enough. We'll see how horrible I do.
All right. I think you'll do great.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
First question. Favorite Star Wars character?
Man, Boba Fett, I guess. Even though that's kind of a cliche one.
It's okay. Dark side, light side.
Dark side for sure.
Favorite game of all time?
Of all time. It's going to sound silly, but there's a game called Guillotine. If you've never heard of it.
I love this game. Yeah.
I've literally had so much fun with that.
Somewhere on my shelf.
Yeah, it's
Steven Jackson game, right?
Yes, it's a great little. I keep it in the trunk of my car 24/7.
It's a fun game. I'm right there with you.
All right. Favorite gaming snack?
Ooh, frozen Reese Pieces.
Ooh,
I haven't tried that.
And then what do you wash it down with?
Ooh, that's if I had milk, that'd be nice. But most game stores pretty much only have like Coke or Pepsi. So trying to get off that train, I would traditionally have been Coke, but I'm gonna go with water now at this point, or juice.
Oh, so refined. You're so refined. PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, mobile, or tabletop only, bro?
All of them, although honestly Switch has been my more go-to, and sadly
I'm hearing that a lot.
You didn't include the classics like NES and Atari and Super Nintendo and Sega, which I have all of them on the wall. My
awesome.
I had to go with the most current ones. Sorry.
So I'm gonna just classify retro, but Switch for sure.
Retro, okay.
Dig it.
I should add that retro. Yeah, that's going. You
should.
In there. All right.
My NES stuff.
Friends Basement or FLGS?
Friends Basement or FLGS? Oh, yeah. Friendly local gaming store. I was like, Friends Basement? Well, I don't know anybody
basement. All right. And final question. Who is Ray's parents?
Ooh, there is a lot of debate on that, technically. So, I'm going to go with what they said, that you're nobody, that there's just nothing and that you mean nothing. I think that actually, to me, perpetuates the whole story much more than if she had meaning.
All right. Thank you very much for playing.
No problem.
That was the Emperor Palpatine lightning round. I missed that.
Super
we should
fun.
do it more with more guests.
I know. That's why I checked. I'm like, Jacob, you like Star Wars, right? Like, so I had to double check. I didn't want to set him up and be like, nah, I never watched them.
I got my Star Trek mug and like, I don't know what this Star Wars thing
Yeah. I'm just in it for the money. I just make product for the money. That's what
I love it.
I have no idea why the aluminum Falcon did this thing and blew up the
aluminum Falcon.
So Jacob, remind us again where everybody can find your epically cool product.
Yeah, so go to www.geeks1st.com, and that is where you can find it. Now, actually, fun little side fact here. We're going to go, how literal are you guys? Because this is something fun I didn't realize until really recently. So if you're literal, read the logo as literal as possible.
Geeks die first.
Absolutely. It was unintentional, very great thing. And I was wearing a red shirt the first time I seen this, and somebody was like, "You really like Star Trek, don't you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Your logo says Geeks Die First." I'm like, "Holy crap, this is the best marketing ever."
Awesome. I love it. That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Little hidden innuendos that are all over our product, so that way you can have fun.
Very cool.
So cool.
Well, Jacob, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to learn about all your product, fun stuff out there. I know the accessory world of Destiny is always in flux because of the whole dice and card thing, and the dice are like gigantic, and it's you guys like you who give us the opportunity to have some great creative solutions, because we don't know what we need until we see them.
And if you have like,
yeah.
The other things I do a lot of custom work. So if you have something you think is going to take off, I'm more than happy to listen to your idea and try to like make it a reality. That's one of the things that I love doing, is finding ways to make people, things that are going to make their lives better. So
awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Very cool.
Thanks for joining us. Oh,
sorry, my cat. Hold on.
Cameo.
I love visitors.
That's a big old cat.
Hi.
Meow. That's awesome. Hi, kitty.
All right.
He was biting.
Well, thanks, man.
No problem. Well, thank you very much for having me on your show, guys, and I really look forward to chatting with you. And like I said, if you need anything, let me know, and we can go from there.
Cool.
Excellent.
Go
Thank you so much.
check out his site, you guys. It's amazing.
Check it out.
The Jedi. What do you know?
So Star Wars, me and Kim are not going to talk about.
I don't know what you said because it just muted itself. The stream knows I don't want no spoilers. Don't give me that.
Did it really?
Yeah, I swear,
All right.
I did not hear anything.
That's fantastic. The stream even doesn't let us talk about the movie that shall not be named.
Do not give me no trailers. I don't want to hear about that.
What's really exciting though is if everything works out, me and the missus will be seeing this show with the Mike Hill, or this movie.
That's gonna be awesome.
So excited! So once those tickets go on sale, we got to find a theater.
I know some good theaters that have assigned seating and they sell beer and wine. So
the assigned seating is the best thing since sliced bread.
And they have
absolutely
big reclining seats that you sit like. This.
Yep, that's the only place I go. I need to get my tickets for it. Did you see there's a lot of new Funko Pops coming out? That was the other thing that I was gonna make. There's some cool Funko Pops that I'll probably have to add. Well, I have old Han, so I guess I have to get super young Han, and then I need normal Han, apparently.
I already have the Black Series Han Solo coming my way. It's already hitting stores, so the Black Series figures are coming out.
That's cool. I'm still holding a grudge against Matthew Scott, who didn't tell me about the K2, but that's different.
That's a whole different grudge.
And I want to make sure everybody knows that the giveaway that we're doing this week, the giant deck box that you held up, is one of the ones that Jacob showed. So, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. I'm kind of jealous that I can't enter and pull my own name out of Rex. So we're calling him.
I mean, we've got two of them, so if you really like it, I can try and build it and send it to you.
You're just gonna
you're gonna try to build it. Yeah, I realized that shipping that could be interesting.
Well, it was a Matthew Scott and had a very interesting packing job. So.
I would be disappointed if he didn't.
Uh-oh.
Well, now we gotta get a new prize.
He only has one to give away now, folks. There's not two anymore.
Oh, that strange noise you heard on the podcast was the screech of Jason Brame.
That's just my wheelchair.
Can you isolate that soundbite for me? Because we need to have that available for...
Someone clip it. You can clip it down.
Somebody clip that, and we're going to need that.
Oh, man. So, Mike, why don't you talk about Legion? Because I know you want to.
Mike, I'm going to get you one of those things because I want one too.
All right, so back here we have... I'm not even going to go get it. It's every piece. I only have...
what did you not get?
I have everything.
That thing is huge.
Yeah, this thing is bad. It's the...
That AT...
Yeah.
So So if you play Imperial Assault, this is probably twice the height of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's huge.
Because I had the Imperial Assault one. I can't get to it. It's right over there. And I know that one stands a good 9 inch. How tall? It's 8 or 9 inches.
Yeah, I would say probably 8 inches. And then I'm gonna do like a crazy base where it's standing on like a downed walker or something. So so it'll probably be even taller. But
that's cool.
Yeah, and again, I got a great deal from my buddies over at Game Castle. Another shout out to them. They hooked me up really good on my birthday. So yeah.
Yeah, it was Mike Hill's birthday, you guys. Just last week.
On Sunday, on the 8th.
Oh, kind of this week. And Jason's birthday's coming?
Yeah.
You're getting closer to how old I am.
Yeah, that's true.
Stupid babies.
So another quick Star Wars thing I wanted to talk about. I started reading or listening to A Certain Point of View, and that book is amazing.
It's really good.
Such good stories in there. The reading on the audiobook is really good. The stories flow well together. If you are not paying attention, you could listen to different stories back to back, and they transition really well. So it's not like you're reading a really fragmented book of a bunch of different stories. So I really recommend it. And next week I'll be starting Dark Disciple because now I have an account.
I just started that
to books.
Did you go through? I have mine on Audacity, and I listen to A Certain View on there. I haven't finished it, but I'm most of the way through it.
Oh, someone's saying it's not that amazing. Once I hit the lid,
I loved it.
There is one story in the middle of the book that is like, is this necessary? Kim knows which one I'm talking about.
I know it, and it never flipping ends. But so skip past that one.
All right.
Other than that, I was really. There's one of my favorites though is the Boba Fett story that John Hamm, the guy from like Mad Men and stuff like that, he reads as Boba Fett, and I thought that was he nails it. I thought that one was. I enjoyed this, and you're right. Like it just follows A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, straight through. It's such a cool idea.
And
I just didn't finish it. I actually did start Dark Disciple, and I haven't finished A Certain Point of View yet. But
you have to read the last one.
I know. It's because I have it on. Well, it's because I have it on audiobook, so it's harder to.
I'll take a picture of it and send it to you.
Because
it's 3 pages long.
Like the job what I was doing at work was typing words, and I can't listen to somebody talking while I'm also trying to type things. It doesn't. Then I end up typing some of what I'm listening to. It's just.
And another thing too is if you don't like listening to audiobooks because they can be long and it's hard to keep track. These are shorter stories that are about 30 to 45 minutes a piece. So you can, I mean, it's perfect for my drive. It takes me about 40 minutes to get to work. So I just listen to a story on the way to work and a story on the way home. It's perfect. So
that's fun.
Great book. I recommend it.
Great.
Regardless of if there's a couple bad stories in it. Because you still need that information.
There's this one. There's this one in the middle that just.
No, you got to have that canon information.
Wouldn't end, man. And the voices were rough and why'd you make me think of that? I blocked it in my memory, and now I just hear that screechy voice.
Wow.
Right.
Now I'm gonna have to go read Dark Disciple. Now I gotta race you on that one. Chat about.
You guys can see I got all my art up finally.
It looks so good, Mike. I'm so jealous.
And you know what? I'm gonna take I can take the camera off.
Do we get to go on a tour?
Yes, I can show you what I see.
All right, you guys. So, Jason,
this is crazy.
Make sure that you explain it for those listening.
So,
whoa, I'm a little car sick, Mike.
Right.
Mike showing us his new digs.
The giant TV that is his monitor.
Yeah,
and there's his nice streaming setup there. There's
where all the magic happens.
Where it's still light outside. It's still light outside where he's at.
It is 10:27 here.
And then finally,
all his cool artwork. Wow.
And that's my sweet shit.
We're all going to move into Mike's house.
Apparently.
I got enough room. So just come on over. All right. Yeah, that's the
studio. Well, it wasn't such a drive from Worlds, Jason. We just crashed at Mike's.
And over in the chat, they said this is now the episode The Chance Cube Cribs.
I was going to make a crib-style episode of my new house when it's all done.
I love it. I think we should do that. We're not doing one on my house, but we can do one on
No, I'm getting ready to get out of mine, so.
Well, when everybody gets a new house, we can all have cribs.
I love it. All right, guys. That's it for us tonight. It's been wonderful.
Check out Armada Games. Check out Geeks First. Help us out with the Kickstarter if you can, because we really love bringing you this kind of content, but we need your help to bring you all that cool stuff from Worlds. So
yeah,
we'll make it worth your money. We promise.
You go. So when you go up to Worlds, they say you can do whatever you want, but they don't give you power or internet. So I got to find it.
So are we going to hand crank it?
Well, if we don't get the money from the Kickstarter, we will.
Gas generators. That'll be the easiest way to beat the competition. Gas generators.
Exactly. It'll be fine. Roll them it.
Pretty sure they'll throw us out.
Well, I'm sure the audio quality wouldn't be that great if you had a two-stroke running behind you the whole time.
And over here!
Anyways, thanks again, everyone, and we will see you again next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch us live here at twitch.tv/thechancecube, or you can catch us on our podcast channel or YouTube if you want to hear and or see this in the future. I recommend the visual because we're crazy. But if the audio is your preferred medium, please let us know how we can improve that for you in the future.
Yes. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good night.
Bye, guys. Have a great week.
This has been The Chance Cube, a Star Wars Destiny podcast, a non-profit organization dedicated to building community through gaming. Visit our website for all things Star Wars Destiny, including our price watch, meta tracker, and latest articles from the Chance Cube family. Find our latest videos on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit us at patreon.com/thechancecube. Your patronage allows us to grow this program and help us give back to the gaming community by sponsoring events, giveaways, and supporting our own community building initiatives. This is Mike Hill, the voice of the Chance Cube. Thanks for listening. The Chance Cube is not affiliated with Fantasy Flight Games, Lucasfilms, or the Walt Disney Company.